Good afternoon. My name is Anna Hatter, and I am the Deputy Chief over Field Services. I'm filling in for Chief Ramsey today, who wanted me to send his sincere apologies. He was very excited about today, but was feeling very ill, and asked me if I would step in for him. We're here today for the promotional ceremonies, and I'm not going to speak at length, but I did want to invite Pastor Dave Henyon up to provide the invocation.
Please rise. Heavenly Father, I come to you right now with gratitude on our hearts for these, your servants, who have now risen up in the work that they do, to bring about, Lord, their maturity, their wisdom, their counsel to young men and women who are out on the streets, and to make decisions, Lord, and provide for them and care for their needs. I just pray for, as they go into these new roles, Lord, that you'll give them wisdoms and hearts to be able to see what they need to see and be able to use their gifts and talents for your glory and for the law of this land. In your name we pray. Amen.
We have a guest speaker today, and before I invite him up, I'd like to give you a little bit of information about him, although most of us know him fairly well. District Attorney Mark Bennett is here to talk to us today. Mr. Bennett, prior to his election to the position of District Attorney, was a Deputy District Attorney and served in the Sedgwick County District Attorney's Office for 15 years. He completed his undergraduate degree in history from Kansas State University and received his law degree from Washburn. Mr. Bennett is a member of the Mental Health and Substance Abuse Coalition, a member of the Board of Directors of the Exploited and Missing Children's Board, the Wichita Area Sexual Assault Center, the National District Attorneys Association, and past president of the Kansas County and District Attorneys Association. He was named Kansas Prosecutor of the Year in 2018. Please join me in welcoming Mark Bennett.
Well, thank you very much. They've asked, when the chief called and asked if I would do this, I thought, well, this is interesting. We don't usually have guest speakers at promotions, but they wanted to mix things up a bit. So I know there's a lot of family here who are ready to see people get pinned, so I'll keep this short. No one wants to listen to a politician on a Friday afternoon more than they have to. So this is really directed at the people who are making the promotions today. I've not worn a badge, I've not worn a gun. I've spent 25 years as a prosecutor, but I've not been where you are. But I have been around, I've had the luxury, working in this jurisdiction, to be around some outstanding people who've worn the badge you're wearing and other badges as well. So rather than me tell you my thoughts and what I think it takes to be a good sergeant or a good detective, let me just give you an example of a scenario that I encountered early in my career that stuck with me. Years ago, there was a terrible murder in this jurisdiction, and it was my job to prosecute the offender. And there was a case that occurred over in West Central. A man had killed a woman. There had been an attempted sexual assault, and then he had committed a terrible crime, and he decapitated her. Over the course of the investigation, in the case that came to be State versus Doug Belt, we learned that he had also had a long history of doing terrible things, not quite like this, but sexual assaults across the state of Kansas and across the Midwest. So as a part of that investigation, we reached out to and found victims, his past victims, and had them, and my task was to see if I could get them to come to Wichita and testify about what this man had done to them years before in their jurisdiction. And we were lucky enough to have 6 or 7 women agree to come to Wichita and retell their story. And there was one in particular, and she was she'd been terribly sexually assaulted in western Kansas 15 years prior. And she came to court, she walked in, and she began to testify. And it was the most compelling testimony I've ever seen in my life. I've tried 150 jury trials, handled thousands of cases. I've never seen anybody testify like this gal did. She was breathtaking. And she told her story, And that jury just hung on every word. But what impressed me, or what stayed with me more than, as much as her testimony and what it took her to do that, was as she testified, I looked down and her hands were cupped on her thighs as she testified. I didn't ask, but I could kind of see there was something in her hands. And when she was done, I walked her out of the courtroom. We stood in the hallway for a second because I had to get the next witness in. I said, if you can hang for just a little bit with me, I'll be right back. So after the next witness testified, there was a break, and I went and talked to her, and I said, what did you have in your hands, if you don't mind my asking? She had the business card of the KBI agent and the chief of police who had helped her the night of her assault 15 years prior. She still had those, and testifying with those business cards in her hand gave her the strength to sit there with that monster 10 feet away from her, finally able to face him. And it just reinforced to me that when law enforcement officers, when detectives, when sergeants, when beat cops are in the street and they're interacting with citizens on what is very likely their worst day, when something terrible happens to them, the way you treat somebody in that moment, the way you as a detective interact with that victim, the way you as a sergeant interact with those witnesses and that victim, can have a profound effect on the rest of their life and can give them the strength later to do what they would not, maybe not otherwise have been able to do. I'm not sure exactly what those two, that KBI agent and that chief of police did that night, but whatever it was, it gave her the strength to come to court 15 years later and be, like I said, the most remarkable witness I've ever seen in 25 years. So I guess I'm just underscoring for those of you who are about to receive a promotion, and for really anybody who wears a badge, when you interact with the public, you have a chance to make a difference that could literally affect the rest of somebody's life. And these folks did it in a profound way. So congratulations to all the promotees. I'm confident that Wichita is going to be in very good hands as we move forward. And take it to heart. You don't just get a chance to do a job, you get a chance to make a difference in people's lives, and that's really something remarkable. Thank you.
I would like to invite Captain Moore up, who will introduce our first promotee.
Thank you very much. Anyone need me to stand on a chair so you can see me? All right, I'd like to have Anthony Bamberger and his family come on up. Every last one of you, come on down. Come over and introduce your family as they stand over there.
Hello, this is my wife, Joey. This is my daughter, Alyssa, my son, Alex, my aunt, Cindy, my aunt, Tamara, and my aunt, Sandy.
I get the privilege to read the biography for Anthony Bamberger. Officer Bamberger was born and raised in Garden City, Kansas, the son of Paul and Donna Bamberger, and has one older sister, Adriana. He graduated from Garden City High School in 1989. After graduation, he moved to Wichita. After Officer Bamberger was able to attend and graduate from Wichita State University in 1992 with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Administration of Justice with a minor in Minority Studies. While attending college, Officer Bamberger met his future wife, Beautiful Joy, on his first and last blind date. They have been married for over 27 years and have two wonderful children, Alex and Alyssa. He has been very active in volunteering for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Sedgwick County, the South Central Mental Health Association. He's a foster parent through the Wichita Children's Home for the past 16 years. Serves as a chairman on several different committees at his church, and he's a youth sponsor for 10 years. Officer Bamberger loves to spend time with his family and take long motorcycle trips with family and friends in his spare time. Officer Bamberger joined the Wichita Police Department in 1993 as a service officer in the traffic unit as a breath alcohol testing van operator, which is back then a BAT van operator. In 1994, Officer Bamberger was commissioned as a Wichita police officer, and during his 26 years with the Wichita Police Department, Officer Bamberger has served in the traffic unit. He served at Patrol West, Patrol South, in Investigations, and Patrol North Bureau. He has served in many roles in WPD, such as the BAT van operator. He was the 27 and 47 beat officer. He was an FTO officer. He served as 27 beat coordinator in community policing. And he has done a rotation in the SCAT, EMCU, and Investigations, a school resource officer in the middle school and high schools. Officer Bamberger is a proud member of the Wichita PD Honor Guard and is a WPD range assistant. He is the recipient of several departmental and non-departmental awards. He was the 2018 WPD Officer of the Year. He has 3 Bronze Wreath of Merits, 20-year service wreath. He has 3 Distinguished Service Awards, 2 Civic Achievement Awards, an FTO bar, a 10-year Perfect Attendance bar, a 10-year Safe Driving Award, and he's received 3 certificates of commendation. He has been awarded the 2001 Wheat State Officer of the Year Award from the State of Kansas Attorney Prevention Officer of the Year Award, and from the Wichita Metro Crime Commission. 2 Good Apple Awards from the USD 259, the Kevin Easter Cops for Kids, Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Sedgwick County Big of the Year Award, the 2018 International Association of Insurance Professionals Office of the Year Award, and the Coke Crime Commission Award for the South Seneca project that he had worked on. That's a lot to say because he's done a lot within this career. Officer Bamberger's last assignment has been serving for over 8 years as SRO at the Wichita Heights High School, and my 2 daughters, who are now 31 and 26, had the privilege of going to Heights and graduating from that school when he was their SRO, so go Falcons. Officer Bamberger has been blessed with working with many great citizens and officers throughout his career and hopes to continue this working relationship by working towards becoming a Wichita Police Sergeant in the future. Pinning his badge on today will be his son, Officer Alex Bamberger.
All right, I'd like to invite Captain Chet Pinkston to come up, who will introduce our next promotion.
I too want to echo the sentiments of Deputy Chief Hatter and thank all of you for being here. This is an important time in the life of all those that are being promoted today. Officer Clark, if you could bring your family that you would like to have up front, please.
This is my beautiful wife, Jessie, my youngest daughter, Parker, middle daughter, Briley, oldest daughter, Kylie, and next to her is her twin brother, Hunter. My father's in the back, retired Wichita Police Lieutenant Ralph Clark, my mom, Linda, and then my mother-in-law, Karen, and my father-in-law, Riney.
Okay, Officer Clark was born and raised in Wichita, graduated from North High School in 1992. You want to put a shout out to North?
Yeah, Redskin.
There we go. After high school, Officer Clark attended Butler County Community College, where he studied fire science, became a certified EMT. He's been married for 22 years to his high school sweetheart, Jessica. I got divorced from my high school sweetheart, so that's kind of a sensitive topic with me. They have 4 children. Kylie, Hunter, Briley, and Parker. Takes a lot to be a successful marriage out of high school for 22 years. Congrats on that. Officer Clark has volunteered his time coaching several youth soccer teams over the past 15 years, and in his spare time enjoys hanging with his family, fishing, and attending hockey games. Officer Clark began his career with the Wichita Police Department in 1995 as a reserve officer, and in July of '98, he was hired full-time and assigned to Patrol East Second Watch. During his tenure with the department, he spent a total of 12 years assigned to the Special Community Action Team and Community Policing as a beat coordinator working in the North, East, and South bureaus. In 2003, Officer Clark received the prestigious Weber CV National Award for being instrumental in starting the Plainview Activity Camp for Kids program. He's a recipient of several departmental awards, including 12 bronze wreaths, 2 Distinguished Service Awards, 1 Life Saving Award, and a 20-year Safe Driving Award. In 2007, Officer Clark received the Bronze Award from the Kansas Chiefs of Police Association. Today, pinning on his badge will be his wife, Jessica. He's declining to say any words.
And I'd like to invite Captain Wendell Nicholson up to introduce our next promotee.
Larry, you want to come on up here with your family?
This is my wife, Brady. My daughter stuck at KU, ice storm. And then my son, he's at his doctor's appointment getting his right labrum thing all fixed up and ready to go. So they are not here.
Larry's a Vikings fan, so go Vikings. Larry J. Carlson was born and raised in Duluth, Minnesota, where he graduated from Denfield High School in 1994. After high school, Larry entered the workforce in a trade program where he became an engineer. Not satisfied, he followed his dream to always become a police officer. Larry moved to Southwest Missouri to attend Drury University and was accepted to the Springfield, Missouri Police Academy in January of 1998. Upon graduation from the academy, he worked as a police officer for 2 smaller towns in Southwest Missouri. During his almost 4 years with the Nevada Police Department and Bolivar Police Department, he was part of a SWAT-type SRT team and loved drug interdiction and DWI enforcement, amongst many other aspects of the job. After looking into at least 50 large police departments nationwide, Larry chose the best in the Wichita area as the best place to raise a family, considering he had a daughter, Macy, who was 2 years old, and a son, Tice, who was 1 year old. In October 2001, Larry accepted a position with the Wichita Police Department, where he completed the academy and was assigned to the Patrol North Bureau. Larry became an FTO within 2 years and trained multiple officers who are successful in the department today. He loved the challenge to mold new officers to his hard work ethic and dedication. While working in the Patrol North Bureau, Larry met his wife at the end of 2004, former WPD officer Brandy Carlson. Luckily, he was not her FTO. In 2007, Larry began his CP journey as a 21 beat coordinator, which has the Old Town and arena areas. Over the last 12 years, Larry has worked several assignments that address issues regarding larcenies, robberies, auto thefts, burglaries, prostitution, gang violence, and drug activity. In 2008, Larry began to develop a plan that would make the Old Town area safer and more inviting, working closely with city leaders, department heads, business owners, management teams, and residents that live and visit the area on how to accomplish his vision of creating a special place for Wichita and Old Town. In July 2012, the Old Town Entertainment District went into effect. The area had a 277% decrease in crime across the board. In 2016, Larry was selected as the Crime Prevention Officer of the Year for his efforts and continued
to work towards making the area even safer with the implementation of the Old Town camera system in 2017 and the strategic traffic safety control gates in 2019. Larry has been a police officer for 22 years and a Wichita police officer for 18 years. His passion, dedication, and love for the line of work doesn't end. After all, he has yet to use a single day or even a single hour of sick time. In his free time, Larry has been focused on his family, having fun at work, and had the honor of coaching youth football in the Wichita metro area and surrounding suburbs. Larry's coaching history dates back to '91 when he began coaching youth hockey in Minnesota. So he naturally coached his own kids as they grew up playing football, baseball, basketball, and fast-pitch softball. Larry's a natural leader, and from 2013 to 2015, he served as a city council member in Rose Hill, Kansas. Anyone that knows Larry knows he's a passionate Minnesota Vikings fan, avid President Donald J. Trump supporter, and loyal friend. Depending on his badge will be his wife, Brandy.
All right, I'd like to have Captain Jeff Allen come up, please.
Officer Michael Kepley, please bring your family up. Introduce your family.
It's my lovely wife, Sarah, my precocious 3-year-old son, Flint, and my brother, Brett.
Officer Michael Kepley was born to Joyce Adams and Roger Kepley in Ulysses, Kansas, a small town in southwest Kansas that earlier generations of Kepleys helped found. He graduated from Garden City High School in 1998 and went on to attend college at the University of Wisconsin, Rock County, and the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater from 1998 till 2001, when he then accepted a position with the Wichita Police Department. Officer Kepley has been married to his loving wife, Sarah, for 21 years, and together they have a 3-year-old son named Flint. When Officer Kepley is not spending time with his family, he sits on the board of directors for the World War II History Center in El Dorado, where he passionately fulfills the museum's mission to remember the greatest generation, honor their sacrifices, and educate the public about their deeds. Officer Kepley also enjoys spending time in the mountains and fishing with his son Flint. Officer Kepley is an 18-year veteran of the Wichita Police Department who began his career in October of 2001. Officer Kepley was initially assigned to Patrol West, second shift. His first sergeant was retired Sergeant Phil Smith, and his most influential field training officer was retired Officer Glenn Kyle. He also has worked Patrol West third shift, where he himself served as an FTO before joining Patrol West SCAT, and then Patrol North SCAT. Officer Kepley then earned a position with the newly formed Special Investigations Bureau Community Response Team, where he has served since the team's inception in January of 2018. Officer Kepley is a public safety bomb technician and has served on the Wichita Police Department Bomb Squad since 2016, and is a graduate of the DEA's Clandestine Laboratory School in Quantico, Virginia, and the FBI's 6-week Hazardous Devices School located at the U.S. Army Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama. Officer Kepley is a recipient of the Wichita Police Department's Life Saving Award, Distinguished Service Award, 10-year Safe Driving Award, along with numerous certificates of commendation and commendatory performance reports. Officer Kepley is being assigned to the Wichita Police Department's Gang Felony Assault Section, where he hopes to gain valuable investigative experience before one day promoting to sergeant. Pinning his detective's badge on today will be his wife, Sarah, and son, Flint.
I'd like to invite Captain Rakestraw up.
Travis Cleveland, will you come down with your family?
Hello, everybody. With me today is my wife Heidi, my oldest daughter Brianna, and we have Emily, Michaela, and in the crowd is my mother-in-law Jan Farmer and her son, my brother-in-law Matt Farmer.
Detective Travis Cleveland is a 17-year veteran of the Wichita Police Department. He is not originally from the Wichita area or even Kansas, but moved here from his small hometown of South Sioux City, Nebraska, just 2 weeks prior to the Spring Training Academy class of March 2002. Prior to law enforcement, he earned a bachelor's degree from Wayne State College in Wayne, Nebraska, and he married his high school sweetheart, Heidi Cleveland. During their 26 and counting years of marriage, they have been blessed with 3 girls, Brianna, Emily, and Michaela. He worked in a call center for 9 years, where he was promoted to supervisor and then manager. He and his wife then decided to move their family to Kansas to be closer to her side of the family. Looking for a new career and tired of the office atmosphere and paperwork, he decided to go into law enforcement like his only sibling and younger brother did in their hometown. Little did he know what he was actually getting into. After graduating the Wichita Police Department Training Academy, Detective Cleveland spent his entire career at Patrol East. He has had the opportunity to investigate nearly every type of offense, worked a variety of shifts, had the best supervisors, and made lifelong friends. He has been a field training officer for the last 10 years, an instructor at the WPD Training Academy, and has been a member of several technology and equipment committees. For the last year and a half, Detective Cleveland has been a part of the Records Management System core team, which is responsible for the development and implementation of the new Wichita Police Department electronic citations, field-based reporting system, and record system. During his time on the department, Detective Cleveland earned a Bronze Wreath of Valor, 2 Bronze Wreaths of Merit, a Kansas Association of Chiefs of Police Bronze Wreath, the Police Commendation Award, and a 5-year Safe Driving Award. Outside of work, Detective Cleveland enjoys spending time with his family and friends, appreciates the outdoors, and is an avid hunter and fisherman. Travis will be pinned by his wife, Heidi.
I'd like to invite Captain Nicholson up once again.
Ron Sanders, you want to come down? That's why you work out at overtime.
So with me here today is my wonderful wife, who actually took care of me for about 7 months straight when I couldn't walk. So that's a huge blessing. My daughter, Catherine, my oldest daughter, Catherine, my second oldest, Audrey, and then my son, Thomas, and my other daughter, Abigail.
All right, Officer Ron Sanders was born here in Wichita, where he spent the majority of his childhood. Ron lived in Aurora, Colorado for 3 years before moving back to Wichita to attend high school. Ron graduated from Wichita Northwest High School in 2000 and went on to attend Butler County Community College before transferring to Fort Hays State University to finish his bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Ron and his wife, Michelle, have been married for 10 years. They have 4 children, Catherine, 8, Audrey is 6 years, Thomas 5, and Abigail is 2. Ron started his career with the Wichita Police Department in January of 2006, where he was assigned to Patrol West's 3rd shift. Ron has served in a variety of positions and assignments, which include the traffic unit, SCAT, crime analyst, community policing, public information officer, and the gang enforcement project. Ron is a senior EVOC instructor, an electronic citation and stop stick instructor. He frequently sits on recruit oral boards and assists with instructing domestic violence scenarios and car stop training. Officer Sanders has received the Distinguished Service Award, Safe Driving Awards, multiple commendations, and commendatory performance reports. Depending on his badge today will be his son, Thomas.
I'd like to introduce Captain Brent Allred, who will introduce our final promotion.
Josh, would you and your family like to come up? Want to introduce him?
My parents, Jeff and Sandra, my girlfriend Becky, it's Colin and Jamie.
Thank you. Before I get started, I want to recognize some detectives that work with Josh that decided today that they wanted to wear what Josh wears practically every day to work. If you would please stand up for us. Josh was born in Winfield, Kansas, along with 2 brothers and a proud parents, Sonia and Jeff. Josh graduated from Winfield High School and went on to attend Cowley County Community College, where he obtained an associate's degree in criminal justice, and then went on to Friends University, where he obtained a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Josh started his career with the Wichita Police Department in 2004, and after graduating the police academy, he was assigned to Patrol North's 2nd Watch and 4th Watch. In 2008, Josh was assigned to the Special Community Action Team, which was called SCAT, in the Patrol South Bureau, and later was transferred to the Patrol West Bureau. Josh was promoted to detective in 2014 and assigned to the Burglary Financial Crime Section, and later transferred to the Gang Felony Assault Section in October of 2014, where he currently worked. Josh has received one Bronze Wreath of Merit, 1 Distinguished Service Award, 5-year Safe Driving Award, 5-year Perfect Attendance Award, and numerous commendatory performance reports. Josh is accompanied by his girlfriend Becky and has 2 stepchildren, Colin, who is 8, and Jamie, who is 6. Josh is a proud owner of a Dutch Shepherd named Diesel and enjoys spending time with family and friends, along with attending sporting events and concerts. Josh takes this new promotion as a challenge to develop his skill in leadership and communication to assist the officers that he will supervise. Becky will be pinning his new badge on him.
I would would like to extend a final wish of congratulations to all of the individuals who promoted today. It's a tribute to their hard work. And I would like to thank everyone for coming and invite you all to join us across the hallway for some fellowship and some treats. And it's been wonderful to have you all here today. Thank you very much.